Hello, everyone. It's Charlton, and I wanted to just give you the latest details on the Frederick, Colorado situation. The man who, Chris Watts, who, according to all sources, has confessed to the murder of his pregnant wife, 15-week pregnant wife, and their two daughters, 3 and 4 years old, Bella and Celeste. And they had recovered, I think, by yesterday evening the body of a person they believe to be his wife, Shanann, on an oil property where he used to work. I think it's called Anadarko. But he worked there back in 2015. They have pay stubs from that period. But so he hasn't worked there for like 3 years. But they've also since found the bodies of the two children. And she was found in an open field on that property, but they found the bodies of the two children inside of one of the oil tanks on the property that were full with oil, and they believe that he did this to conceal besides just concealing the body, but conceal the scent or the smell of them. In fact, I remember him mentioning in his first interviews when they were still missing, with reporters that police were there on the property of his home. And he had, I think, reportedly been at least one of the persons that reported her missing. That they had canine units there, dogs there, trying to pick up a scent. But the two children, the 3 and 4-year-olds, and in this report were found inside of one of the oil tanks on the property of Anadarko Petroleum, which is one of the largest oil drilling companies in Colorado, supposedly. But she was explaining in this report that this information was out there as of yesterday morning, I think, and as I understand it, but nobody wanted to even touch it because it was just so gruesome. The 3 and 4-year-old inside of an oil tank full with oil, submerged in it, but it was confirmed, and so. He has that. I never fully understand these circumstances where you have a murder suspect who has reportedly confessed to a crime, but they continue to go through the legal process. I assume that once they have spoken to counsel, they take that confession back, or I don't know. But that is the report, and that was the first report at like 1 in the morning, midnight. I forget what day we're in now, and I made a video at that point. So. It says the bodies of the two young girls who were murdered in Frederick, Colorado, were found inside oil and gas tanks where their father worked. Sources said the bodies were placed in the tanks in order to hide them and conceal the smell. Christopher Watts, who's accused of murdering his pregnant wife and two daughters, the body of Watts' wife, Shanann, was found on the property owned and not far from those tanks, Anadarko Petroleum. Law enforcement sources said Watts confessed to killing his wife and daughters. Investigators believe the murders happened inside the family home. There was a Ring doorbell, with the surveillance camera on it. I remember seeing that in the first reports when they were still just missing two, but there was no footage of them leaving the home. That made me suspicious right there. Christopher Watts went on television Tuesday to plead for the return of his wife and daughter, and I saw that plea. I mentioned in my previous video, and I was very uneasy with the things he said. In fact, when I saw it while I was working during the day, I planned on making a video about it possibly later that night, and I wasn't sure how I was going to handle that, by saying what I was going to say, because it was definitely sketchy, In any event. So he's made a court appearance. I think that's in one of these reports here, right there. So let's see. You actually get to see him up close a little bit, and
any plea that you make must be made voluntarily, not the result of undue influence or coercion. You understand that? Right now, charges have not been filed, so this is a limited advisement. I intend to bring you back next week once formal charges are filed on Monday, so I can give you a full advisement. But I will tell you that at this point, the court is not authorizing any bail. Once I know what the official charges are that are filed by the district attorney's office, I'll inform you the nature of the charges. If charges are filed, you have the right to a jury trial,
So I think he's just they're reading his rights to him. He's facing right now three uh, three counts of first-degree murder, as well as charges for tampering with evidence, as I understand it. I think they're discussing, at least in reports, that the death penalty could be used in this situation. I think Colorado has the death penalty. Again, I don't know the legal process. I don't know exactly what this hearing is. I think he's going to have another court appearance shortly after he's has counsel to represent himself. He wasn't going to issue bail at this hearing. I doubt they're going to. I think his bail will be extremely high. And her Facebook, she has a Facebook page. She was working for this health supplements company. It's like a multi-level marketing firm, program. There's many of these online. I spend a ton of time on my computer going on various different places on social media platforms, Facebook and all, everywhere. And I see those all the time. And but she reportedly was doing quite well at it, which is unusual. I mean, a lot of times people they sign up for those, they market the products to the circle of friends they have around them and their neighbors and their family members, and it's hard many times, in my, from what my understanding, to get beyond that. But she was it looked like she was doing, she was, very, very into it. There are countless videos on her Facebook page, of her live streaming with other people within the network, within the program, constantly marketing it, sending out samples, and so on. There is just video after video after video of them, their family, her, and there's just a couple that I pulled up. In fact, this one right here is her announcing to her husband. Her husband's in this, that she's pregnant with the baby she was pregnant with. This is from 2 months ago. So. And she was 15 weeks pregnant when she was, now. And it says, "Oops, we did it" on the thing on her, on her shirt.
I like that shirt. Really?
Really.
That's awesome. So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
That's awesome. Guess when you want to, it happens.
So, but I'm telling you, there's just many. This is her, about to go on like live stream.
Good morning.
With
this is the best lighting in the house. I look
somebody
kind of
else
like
at
I'm
the same
glowing.
time. I'm only gonna play a portion.
But I'll wait for everyone to hop on. Good morning. It is a busy day already. I've gotten so much accomplished. And still have so much more to do. It's crazy. So I have, I think, 8 more samples.
So,
like, I'm not joking, guys. And I'm underneath the house, so,
there's tons of them on her webpage, on her Facebook page. So, they have not revealed the manner with which they were killed, and motive, I think, is what the big question everybody has. I mean, my wife was just saying, like, why would you do that? I mean, and we haven't heard. There's not been a lot spoken to that. The only thing I heard, seen reported, was that he was envious of her success recently in her career that was taking off. But we don't really even know if that's necessarily the case. There's a record of them filing for bankruptcy in 2015, I believe, but on their Facebook page, but it's hard to know this exactly. You can see many pictures of them looks like they're vacationing in several different places, But I think a lot of that multi-level marketing program, you go to various places, Las Vegas, wherever, in the hotels and places, vacation resorts, for their seminars and to hook up with other members in the I don't know exactly how it works and who pays for what and what if, I assume you pay for a lot of your expenses. I think she had won a car, possibly by getting to a certain level. I saw that as well. But we don't know motive, and that's what remains, a huge mystery of why and how they were killed. But they were reportedly murdered inside the home. And that's the story there for now. I'm sure we'll learn more as this progresses, and it's just highly, highly, highly unusual. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.